Hello, I am Rinka Sardara. In today's session, we are going to discuss conditional statements and loops in PHP. Let's take a look what we are going to see in this session. We are going to see different conditional statements in PHP, examples of conditional statement, loops in PHP, and examples of loops. First is conditional statement. In PHP, we have the following conditional statements. Basically, there are four types of conditional statements: if else, if else, and switch. The if statement executes some codes if condition is true. The if else statement executes some code if a condition is true and another code if that condition is false. If else statement executes different codes for more than two conditions. The switch statement selects one of many blocks of code to be executed. Let's understand one by one with example and flowchart. The syntax of the if statement given on the left hand side, that is, if, after that you have to write conditions in the braces and then you have to open curly braces and write code if you want to execute whenever condition is true, and then you have to complete curly braces. If there is a single statement to execute when condition is true, then no braces needed. Let's understand the flowchart of the if statement. Whenever conditions arise, whenever if statement arise, if conditions of that if statement is true, then the block is executed. Otherwise, the normal flow, that is, condition is skipped, if statement is skipped, and normal flow is executed. Let's take example. Suppose I have a num1 is value 1 and num2, I have declared two variables, num1 $num1 and $num2. One has a value 1 and another one has a value 5. I'm going to check conditions that $num1 is less than $num2. That is, in our case, 1 less than 5. Yes, condition is true, then what I get as an output, print num2 is greater. Next is if-else statement. In if-else statement, the syntax is given on the left hand side. If condition is true, then the above curly braces statement executed, otherwise else statements executed. Let's understand the flow. Whenever if condition arise, it will check the conditions. If condition is true, then if statement will execute it. Otherwise, false statement is executed, and after that the normal program flow is executed. Let's understand with the example. The same example I have taken. The number 1, just I have changed the value. $num1 is 5 and $num2 is 1. If $num1 less than $num2, in our case 5 less than 1 condition is false. If condition is false, then control goes to else and the else statements will be executed. That is, what I get as an output, num1 is greater. Next is if else statements. In that, syntax is given on the left hand side. If, then condition, then code of statement, then else if, then condition and code to be executed, and after that else. With this, there is no conditions. What is the flow? It will check conditions. First condition, that is if conditions. If condition is true, then control executed, and after that the whole else if and else part will skipped, and control goes to the normal statements. If condition is false, then next condition is executed, that is else if else condition is executed, the statement executed and normal flow occur, and else statement will be skipped. And if both the condition is false, that is condition 1 is false, condition 2 is false, then the else part will be executed. Let's take example. Here I had taken two number. Number 1 is 5 and number 2 is 5. I have checked 5 less than 5, condition is false. I then else if condition is 5 greater than 5, again condition is false. Then control goes to else, and what it will print? Number 1 and number 2 are equal. Next is switch statement. The syntax for the switch statement is given on the left hand side. Case label 1 code to be executed, break. Case label 2 code to be executed, break, and default. Let's take an example. I have taken a variable color. In that I have given a value blue. Then I have used a switch statement. In that braces I have written $color. If case is red, then your favorite color is red. Then I have written break statement and so on. What happened? Here color is blue, then case red is false, then control goes to the color is blue. So it will print your favorite color is blue, and then break happen. That means we can come out from the switch statement. So default will not execute. If all the cases are false, then default will be executed. That is, if I given color purple, then in the case there is a red and blue but no purple, so default statement will be executed. So your favorite color is neither red or nor blue will be printed. But in this case output is your favorite color is. Let's understand the loops in PHP. In PHP we have the following control statements, that is loops. First is while. Loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. Next is do while loop. Loops through a block of code once and then repeats the loop as long as the specified condition is true. That means do while loop, at least in do while loop, block of statements will be executed once whether the condition is true or false. Next is for. In for loop, it is a similar to while loop, but a for statement consumes the initialization condition and increment or decrement in one line, thereby providing a shorter, easy to debug structure of looping. Next is for each loop. For each loops through a block of code for each element in an array. That is, for each loop will use to display an array or to do any specific operations on array. Let's understand one by one. First is while. The syntax for the while loop is while condition is true, code to be executed. Here I had taken example. $x is equal to 1, while $x less than 3, echo the number is $x, and in that I have incremented $x. So what will be happen? First is x is 1, condition will be checked, is 1 is less than 3, condition is true, so it will print the number is 1. After that the x value, $x value will be incremented, so it will become a 2. Then again condition will be checked, is 2 less than 3, yes, condition is true, so again it will print the number is 2, and again the $x value will be incremented, that is the value is now 3. Again check the condition, is 3 less than 3, condition is false, so we get an output only 2 value, that is 1 and 2. Next is do while loop. The syntax for the do while loop I have written on the left. So do code to be executed, and after that while and condition is true. Here first condition will not check, it is directly entered into the block of statement, and after that condition is true. What happened and how it will execute it? Let's understand the example. Here I have taken $x is 1, 2 echo, the number is $x, $x plus plus, and while $x less than 3, how it will be executed? $x is 1, let's move into the do loop. Echo number 1 is $1. So number 1 is 1 will be printed. Then value will be incremented. Now my value is x plus plus. So 1 become a 2. Again condition will be checked. If 2 less than 3 condition is true. Yes. Again it goes into the loop. So the number is 2 will be printed. Then $x plus plus, that is 2 become a 3, and now condition will be checked, that is 3 less than 3 condition is false, so only 2 value will be printed. This way while loop also called as a entry control loop, and do while loop is called as a exit control loop, because at the time of entry there is no condition will be checked in do while loop. Next is for statement. The condition is the syntax is here for int counter, then next is test, that is first is initialize, then you have to check the conditions, that is test counter, and after that you have to increment the counter, and in the curly braces you have to write code to be executed for each iterations. As I have already discussed parameters, first is init counter, that will initialize the loop counter value, then test counter, evaluate for each loop iterations. If it evaluates true, the loop continues. If it evaluates false, the loop ends. And increment counter, increase the loop counter value. Let's understand with the flowchart. The initial expression, that is the initialization happen, that is x is 1, in our case x is 1, then condition will be checked. So condition is 1 less than 3, in our case condition is true, so what happened? Echo, the number is $1 will be printed. Next, what happened? If condition is true, then expression, after expression, that is $x plus plus, so 1 become 2. Again condition will be checked, 2 less than 3 condition is true, so again the number is 2 will be printed. Again expression, that is $x plus plus, that is 2 become 3. Again condition will be checked, 3 less than 3 condition is false, so exit loop once condition is false. So indirectly we have output the number is 1 and the number is 2. Next is foreach statement. The syntax for foreach statement I have written in the left hand side. For each $array as a $value, what happened? Whatever value is there in array, each and every value moves to the $value, and after that whatever you want to write in curly braces you can write. Here I have taken example, $colors is equal to array. I have taken two values, red and green. I have used for each loop $colors, that is my array name, as a $values. So what happened? Whenever first time loop executed, the value has a first value is red. Next time in the next iteration it has a value green. So what I get as a output, red and green. Here I kept assignment for you. Do it, and if you find any problem you can contact me. Thank you.